So you guys just finished a European tour with Bane and Blackout?
Yeah.
And how was that?
It was good. It was a lot of fun.
There was a moment of silence there, like.
I mean, not every show was the best. Like I've been seeing Bane for like 10 years, and one of the shows was the smallest Bane show I've ever seen. There was like less than 15 people there. So, it's kind of weird coming from that far away, and we expected. I think we just expected some bigger crowds because I think we overestimated how big Bane is here, but we still had a ton of fun. I mean, the hesitation has nothing to do with the guys like in Blackout or Bane. Like we got along great, and those dudes are. Everybody is a lot of fun to be around.
We had a lot of fun on the tour. However, it was like the logistics of things is what made us a little bit hesitant when we were answering, thinking about we have 5 bags of extra merch. We overestimated what we were supposed to do because of our supposed booking agency, et cetera.
Yeah.
So,
supposed.
It sounds like a spring sale.
Yeah.
There's gonna be quite the sale when we get back.
Hopefully we'll take advantage of all those kids who get a bunch of cash in their stockings at Christmas and put up a web store and then just make the money back.
Hey, buy our t-shirts. People watching this interview.
So this is your first time in Finland, and probably not that many people kind of know the band here. So could you introduce, well, first off yourselves, and then the band? Like how did you become Power Trip to both of our viewers? And
I'm Riley. I started the band with Blake. This is Blake. We got together in February of 2008. It's probably like when we had our first practice, and wrote a demo, and then just have kind of been rolling along since then. We've had a couple different drummers, but then we've got Chris Ulsh, who's also in Mammoth Grinder and Iron Age and Hatred Surge. A lot of really good bands. He plays drums for us. He couldn't come along on this tour, so we've got our good friend Matt filling in, and he's been doing a killer job. And then this is Arthur. Arthur, you want to intro yourself as a budding producer?
Okay. I don't like holding this thing.
Hold it.
So I'm Arthur Rizik. I'm a producer basically for the band. I'm playing guitar on the tour, but mainly I just work with the band in the studio. I did the last record, Manifest Decimation, producing and engineering, mixing.
You mixed and mastered the 7-inch too.
The 7-inch as well. And I just, anytime that they need somebody to run on tour with them, I'm 100% down. I don't give a fuck. I live a degenerate life of,
smoking weed and playing with your cat, Miss Kitten.
No weed tonight.
Yeah, fuck.
No weed. Hey, Finland, get on your weed game. I'm ready to fucking blow a gasket here. But anyway, I've listened to their riffs a million times sitting there in the studio. So when it came time to come on this tour, I barely even had to learn anything. So
Arthur's toured with us before. This isn't our first time, so it's always fun with Arthur. Yeah, we have a good time.
Thanks, Riley.
And there's also a couple other guys that weren't able to be here either that play, one guy named Nick that plays guitar and one guy named Chris that plays bass.
They've been with us since the beginning, but they're just not, they don't write music with us, and it's not like they're not a part of the band or anything. It's just they can't tour all the time, but the core of the band is me, Blake, and Chris Ulsh. So, but we've got Arthur on guitar, and then our friend Jack is playing bass for us on this tour. Weekend Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels. It's his real name.
Christian name.
I've always had the mindset that like it's more than just 5 guys or 3 guys in a band. Like it's not. It takes a lot of other people to make the gears of like a touring band work. Like I would consider, Timmy, our booking agent, a part of the band. I would consider Hood, our merch guy, a part of the band, because without those guys, we wouldn't be here. So, it's kind of like a collective mentality rather than like, okay, it's this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy.
So. Also, shout out to our former manager, Sherwin.
Yeah. Big shout out. He had to retire, but he helped us. He helped us come a long way. So. over there. Go to sleep.
Come over here. Marcus, come on our interview real quick. Marcus, come here. I'm gonna just give a little example of things that we deal with on tour. It's on my laptop. This fucking guy, he's keeping us up all fucking night last night. It's 9 a.m. We're sitting around.
He's the best dancer in Finland.
So he says. I haven't seen anything.
And he's fucking, hey, guess what? I'm the best dancer in Finland. Shut the fuck up, Marcus. Go to sleep, Marcus. No, now I'm not going to dance for your band tomorrow. I will not do it. Oh, we love him, son.
And now we don't have any
Marcus.
dancers.
Now we don't have any dancers. But we love Marcus.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we love all of our Finland friends.
Can I
for
hang
sure.
this?
Yeah. This is Hood. We mentioned.
Personally, Finland's been my favorite place in this European tour. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. Everyone's treated us exceptionally well here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
the
people-
hospitality's been through the roof.
Let me see a fucking circle pit, Texas style.
Run this up. Just a quick word association thing.
Ooh, I like
Real
these.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, these are fun.
Crossover.
Penis.
It's always penis.
It's always penis. Or butt. That's my favorite word in the English dictionary.
As soon as you said crossover, I thought Crumb Suckers.
Yeah.
They're the best crossover band. So.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty great.
Yeah.
Crossover, Crumb Suckers.
Leeway's up there.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Let's
Yeah.
go. Shoot at me.
Thrash revival.
I don't even know. I don't give a shit.
Here.
I don't give a shit.
You want to know?
about thrash revival.
You want to know what mine was?
That's exactly what I thought.
It's a lot of the thrash revival stuff's too clean for us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put any bands on blast because I don't think that's fair. I think there's a lot of talented bands that work hard, but I think it comes down to the production style. We don't like this clean, polished sound that kind of gets lumped in with that thrash revival, whatever that scene.
We recorded our RLP in the muck of my fucking living room in South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We had a big room. We set up the drums. We were all in the room together. We were fucking, doing it super old school. We had shitty equipment,
Room mics,
tons of dumb bullshit that went into it. Partying, weed,
not a lot of money,
drugs, no money. But we took everything.
George Foreman grill.
George Foreman grill.
made a lot of burgers on a George Foreman.
Shout out to George.
Miss Kitten. Shout out to Miss Kitten.
If you listen to records that were made when thrash was real in the 80s, I think they all have their own sound to them. I don't listen to a lot of
All the
records.
classics do.
They don't.
anyway.
None of them sound the same to me.
There's
And they all.
very
And
different
there's a bit of. I think there's a bit of ugliness to a lot of the best records that's not existent in a lot of records nowadays because everybody wants everything to be perfect.
Fucking scared.
Because they're spoiled.
What I like about it when people do criticize it is it's obvious they just didn't. We accomplished what we wanted to, and they just may not appreciate the way that it sounds. But when they say, "Oh, there's too much reverb on the vocals" or something like that, it's because that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
That was
Go listen to
something that we
Possessed.
went in to wanting to do. So usually the criticisms are something where we're like, "Oh yeah, that's what we wanted to do anyway."
that.
They
Yeah.
just comes down to personal taste.
But it would be
I think.
kind of weird to, actually put the record out and then go oh, this shouldn't sound like this.
Yeah,
I'd like to say someone I saw on this fucking stupid gossip site called Twitter said that us and the Rival Mob didn't put enough effort into our recordings.
You guys
And I just
know
want to
about
say
the Rival
fuck you to that guy, because that guy is a piece of shit.
American hardcore band from Boston.
They don't even
Great
know.
band.
They couldn't write a song half as good as the Rival Mob, and they're trying to say that we didn't try hard enough, and that we should not half-ass our records.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Shout out to Brendan Radigan,
Yeah.
DFJ.
Yeah. So
One thing I'd like to add is that me and Blake spent months on the phone,
lot of time.
on the phone together, at like just talking about records, talking about snare sounds, talking about everything. We had a clear view of what we wanted to do, and we just fucking did it. So
yeah. If you think a record should sound perfect, go listen to Darkness Descends or Nasty Savage, Indulgence. Records that are mean and they don't sound pretty, but they sound hard.
Yeah. Next question.
Any more words?
Germany.
Sodom.
Boom, that's what I was gonna
Nazis.
do. Yeah. my first thought was Sodom too.
Death Row.
That's my favorite.
Halloween is my
Destruction.
favorite band. Halloween is like one of my favorite
True Blue.
ever.
What's the movie with the military guy?
Full Metal Jacket, Steers and Queers, and
Oh, you saw that coming.
oh yeah, I saw that coming. It's both. I'm queer for steers, and I'm steering queers. Yeah. Fun. At least this one. I hate when we get asked the same 10 questions.
You should go online and check out an interview that these guys did in LA a couple months ago. Why don't you give a really good...
All right, long story short, we got asked to do a radio interview in LA, and we got real inspired by, a lot of those old LA metal bands, and just got really drunk during the day in the studio. I mean, at noon, and basically got thrown out of the studio. The guy couldn't get a question off.
He lied to us and told us the cops came.
Yeah.
Just so we'd leave.
Just so we would leave.
He loved it, but he had to make us leave.
Yeah.
Jimmy Cabs is cool. Shout out Jimmy Cabs.
Yeah. The Manic Jimmy Cab Show.
Jimmy Cabs.
That should get
if it
you
exists
a few more
anymore.
hits.
That might have been the last show.
Jimmy Cab Show.
Yeah, the Manic Jimmy Cab.
He said it
Show.
could have been the last show, so I apologize.
No,
Jimmy.
he's had some installments afterwards. He's okay.
He could have ruined his career. I don't know.
It kind of.
He said it was. He described it. He described our interview as a tornado of whiskey and drunkenness.
Yeah, the first thing he asked me to do was not to spill my drink, and then within 10 minutes I spilled my drink all over a bunch of
drinks were spilled
expensive
3
radio
times.
equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the most fun interview we've had. Email interviews, not so fun.
Yeah.
This is only our second or third video interview.
Yeah,
we haven't done a lot of video ones, so those are always fun because just random shit happens.
I think a lot of people are generally, they'll say, oh, fuck interviews are stupid, etc. There's a certain percentage of me that feels that way, but there's another part of me that spent my whole teenage years reading interviews with my favorite bands and just be like, oh my god, that's how that happened, or that's what this happened, and I think interviews are important, but take a page out of this book when you're asking stupid fucking dumb, stupid fucking shitty questions. Nobody wants to fucking hear about, where did the band name come from? Where did blah, 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 this and that, It's all, just fucking like go to college, take an English class, do something, you know, do something unique.
Well,
when you
there's
give your
nothing worse
interview.
than when somebody wants to do an interview and then they take no effort into like really diving into the band and asking like,
Fuck
you know,
Peter Steele.
asking, you know, like in-depth questions, you know, like asking just really roundabout.
Yeah.
So your new album's out. What was recording it like? You know, people want to know things like that, but it's like, you know, it's better when the more specific the question, the interview is always.
I personally
better.
like talking about music because that's my job.
We're obsessed
I don't
with
really
it.
know, but
We're literally obsessed with music. It's all we give a fuck about.
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm? Sarcasm, the band.
There you go.
There you go.
That's
They're on they're not a big band. I think they're on like a Metallica tribute that I had when I was a fucking little kid, like a Euro Metallica tribute. There's some like shitty death metal band from the 90s, but it's a good song.
Yeah.
I think they do like Fight Fire with Fire maybe, or For Whom the Bell Tolls on a Metallica tribute. By the way, Megadeth is better than Metallica.
The next word was gonna be Metallica, but
Fuck Metallica. Megadeth is shit. Lars Ulrich is gay.
I'm not even gonna say anything.
I have tons of respect for every member of Metallica, pretty much, and I love Metallica. Kill 'Em All is a really important album to me. I learned a lot about
Ride the Lightning is sick.
Ride Lightning Sick, you know, and Justice, Master.
But for every one Metallica album there's a better Megadeth record. Just put that.
This is Arthur's
You hear that?
opinion.
You hear that, Colin? Colin shout out to Colin.
I don't even
from,
have
what's
I don't
his
even
band
have
name?
words
Twitching
for this.
Tongues. Yeah.
I
Colin,
hate Dave Mustaine so
was it
much.
Taylor?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of the guys from Twitching Tongues said that Megadeth sucks, and that's not true. It's not how I feel.
I agree. I think Megadeth sucks.
I like Megadeth, but I'm a bigger Metallica fan.
all right.
So
Next
there.
question.
I don't have anything
That's it?
more.
Okay.
Nothing? Well, why don't we
let's
reverse the role?
Hey.
No. We gotta. You get a word association.
This is gonna be like
You get a
America. America.
monster trucks.
Awesome answer.
Awesome.
Interview over.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun, man.
Alright. The song is on a self-titled 7-inch. It goes out to all the kids who grew up in punk. Doesn't matter if you're into metal or hardcore or whatever right now. But if you came up in punk, this is a special one for you. It's about not taking any shit. It's pretty much what punk is all about. To me, anyway. The song's called Suffer No Fool.